Hello, this is Henry Halliday, and I want to welcome you again to the continued series of Updating Technology podcasts. This is number 12, and I'm glad you could join me today. First, let's take a quick review across technologies. Financial, the United States and maybe the world is having to deal with bank failures, even with government oversight. Why, you say? Don't we have regulated banking system without our deposits covered by the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation? Yes. However, there's an upper limit coverage of $250,000. Speculators and wealthy investors often exceed this limit, and when people start to withdraw funds of this magnitude, that is a problem. Because everyone starts to withdraw large funds, the bank shuts down, awaiting federal help, but no easy solution when millions of dollars are involved. Manufacturing. Lack of qualified workers, parts, and distribution is slowing production. Increased robotic usage is complicating restructuring and increasing costs. Business. Return to the office being resisted and complicating rehiring. Transportation. More automated vehicles are being introduced, stressing battery supplies. Medical. AI, artificial intelligence, continue to advance diagnostic procedures. We'll talk more about this later. Security. More wireless security devices are appearing using cell phones as alert devices. Communication. Successful launch of more low-altitude satellite systems are improving anytime, anywhere communications. Aerospace. More airlines are introducing biofuel into their airplanes. Computing. Major announcements in artificial intelligence applications to online applications, including document preparation, company tools, and many new applications. More to follow. Robotics. More advances in humanoid applications, including applied to expand the use of artificial intelligence for in-the-field learning. And now let's take a look at more specific items in technology. Financial. Cryptocurrencies. The White House released the first ever guidelines on what U.S. crypto regulation might look like. The new directives make use of existing regulators such as the Securities and Exchange Commission and the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. The framework follows the executive order in 2022 calling upon U.S. federal agencies to examine risk and benefits of cryptocurrencies. Several financial agencies are being used to examine the security provisions to assure that security, transparency, and the message to assure that all aspects are addressed before implementation of a U.S. Treasury cryptocurrency sometime next year. That's 2024. A form of digital currency already exists in the United States, however, in bank accounts, in transferring money from one bank to another, and how money is transferred from one country to another over legacy financial means. There are already several USD stable coins, including Tether and USD Coin. The Federal Reserve Chair stated that you, the public, would not need cryptocurrencies if there was a digital U.S. currency. A U.S. central bank digital currency, CBDC, could enable a more efficient foundation for technology innovation, cross-border transactions, and is environmentally sustainable. To make stablecoins safer, the Treasury will work with financial institutions to bolster their capacity to identify and mitigate cyber vulnerability by sharing information in a wider range of data sets and analytic tools. In addition, the U.S. Treasury will team up with our other agencies to identify, track, and analyze emerging strategic risks that relate to digital asset markets. We will wait to see how this works out and get more details on the plan for a U.S. digital dollar. Manufacturing business technology integration. A major revolution is taking place in the world of battery technology, particularly for automotive use, but is now expanding to general use. In particular, for energy storage at solar farms and general rechargeable devices in the field. Automobile lead-acid batteries, LAB, are the biggest target, being replaced by electric vehicles with lithium-ion batteries, LIB. SiB, or sodium-ion batteries, SiB, or even potassium-ion batteries, PiB batteries. Why? Because faster charging and reduced size and weight are key factors. In addition, lithium is a rare material, whereas sodium and potassium are much more plentiful, especially in the United States. How much energy can be continued per size, weight, and cost are factors, but also environmental factors such as availability of raw materials, recyclability, and hazardous material handling are issues. To date, lithium-ion batteries hold the lead, but sodium-ion batteries offer potential better energy density and faster charging capacity. In another field, artificial intelligence has rocked the world by using a line of tools to help people, businesses, and organizations to communicate, solve problems, provide advice, and provide new ways to accomplish tasks, solve problems, and potentially enhance the way people communicate. Two examples are ChatGPT and InstructGPT, both based on OpenAI's GPT-4. Anyone can use these interface sites to prepare resumes, ask questions, or solve problems. Further examples of the use of artificial intelligence using GPT-4 to program robots with instructions to learn how to handle their own issues by providing a methodology that involves randomization algorithms and database to allow learning through trial and error, much like humans do. Use of cloud-based data and special computer algorithms help develop processes. It is expected that AI is enhanced, especially where large databases exist, particularly in medical images, that doctors will benefit in the establishing diagnosis using AI. The automobile industry is also using AI to aid in robotic decisions where large numbers of conflicting inputs exist and almost instantaneous decisions must be made in automatic driving or where driver assisted is available. More on this later as things evolve. Transportation. More automated transport vehicles are being forecast, from robotic cars to trucks, planes, and boats. Wireless communication will help keeping everything in sync, hopefully, and instantaneously. Robotics. Considered by MIT economists to tax robots used in business is being debated. Because robots are being used to replace workers, as far as some claim, a tax could be observed as a compensation for the drop in payroll tax, but at the same time, not more than 1 to 3%, so as to not discourage innovation, increase efficiency, and maintain a business. A similar tax, but lower rate of a fraction of 1%, could be applied to foreign trade, where foreign manufacturing is hurting American manufacturing. And economists found that one robot per 100,000 workers reduced the unemployment to population by only 0.2%, whereas each robot added in manufacturers replaced 3.3 workers, while an increase in workplace lowered wages by only 0.04%. As time moves along, many workers will not be replaced, but made more productive with fewer injuries, more productivity, and satisfaction in their work. In addition, like any machine, robots need maintenance, repair, and retrain for new tasks that could be performed by retaining workers. AGV, automated guided vehicles. This technology involves self-guided, line-guided, optic-guided by marks on the ground, geo-guided, laser-guided, and ultrasound. This technology is used by Amazon to transport objects and lift and to handle heavy loads directly to work in their automated warehouse, where compact size is important. These vehicles are extremely important because they increase operator productivity, speed, and quality. AGVs also increase safety by reducing operator physical exertion and possible injury. An integrated communication system is an important asset to ascertain a safe but fully functional work environment. Improved battery technology. Carnegie Mellon team has used an automated system and machine learning software to develop fast-charging electrolytes like lithium-ion batteries to improve on standard electrolytes. Their system mixed solvents together with other salts and chemicals and measured and recorded critical battery benchmarks. Results were analyzed by an analytic learning system to establish recommendations against a baseline. Other examples where robotics is with tireless repetition to assist humans in performing their fruitful tasks. In a further example of the use of artificial intelligence, that is AI and robotics, is a four-legged robot that dribbles a soccer ball, not only on concrete, but other media, such as ice and snow. Why were you using soccer and ice and snow is not clear. A new medical tool has been developed which uses non-metallic conductors for use of implantable devices intended for aiding diagnosing and treatment of human illnesses, infections, or abnormalities. The device utilizes special proteins actually used in living beings to detect and fight disease inside the body. Security. As I'm sure you've noticed in your financial and other transactions, including Amazon, most banks and many other commercial organizations are using codes sent from them to you via telephone, messages to verify login and transactions as additional security steps. Other organizations are providing additional security through electronic keys installed in computers or other devices as digital devices with built-in codes which change synchronously. These are welcome changes in these days of hacking and violation of our personal space. Home automation. Here I would like to report that I have had to address a home automation nightmare. Due to the rapid evolution of wireless technology and changes in system architectures, my system has had too many wireless devices, so I decided to replace my main system with a new router with more adequately handles both wired and wireless 2.4G and 5G components. These changes also removed my Comcast modem from controlling my home network, which leaves some of my devices in limbo until I set them up with a new architecture, which with the Comcast innovation had taken over. It has been a long time, months now, I think, but I have solved the most issues and included some additional security, such as Ring video doorbell and Spotlight video camera system. More later. Nuclear energy. Nuclear fission, like the reaction in the sun, is still being assessed as to how to maintain such a reaction on a practical scale with a large payoff with no nuclear radioactive waste. Well, this will have to do it for this go-around. I hope I didn't bore you with too many different subjects, but most of them are fairly significant and likely to impact us through the rest of our lives. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you next time.